Hi guys, thanks for checking out my channel. This is Mima. I am a certified public accountant and I bring you videos that are raw, uncut, and unedited. And I just got a low battery notification, so I'm going to turn that off. Okay. So guys, today I'm going to be telling you how to save yourself a lot of time and a lot of money. If you have recently received an IRS notice regarding a penalty, I'm going to show you how to get the penalty waived on your own. So the first thing I'm going to tell you guys is I do this for clients all the time, but sometimes my clients or someone who approaches me may not be able to afford it. So I always give them this information because I'm like, if it's something you can do yourself, go ahead and try before you have to hire me. And I actually like for them to do it so they can see the time and effort that it takes. So the first thing, if you're going to do this yourself, you need to have a lot of patience if you want to be successful. And let's talk about, first of all, this advice is for individual 1040 clients. That also includes small businesses who file their business on a Schedule C, which is a schedule within the 1040. So this applies to you too. This advice doesn't apply to corporations and partnerships. I'm going to make another video giving you guys advice on how to get your penalties and interest waived. But first of all, you need to qualify to even get your penalties and interest waived. In order to qualify, you have to be a good, timely taxpayer. That means that, you know, normally in the past you've paid on time. You also need to be current on your taxes. You can't have any missing tax return like from 2018 that you haven't filed yet you're trying to get the penalties from 2017, the penalties and interest removed. That's not going to work. You need to be up to date with filing all your tax returns. And if you have an outstanding balance that you owe to the IRS, you need to have already made a payment arrangement, or if possible, already paid the balance. You can't have an outstanding balance that you have not addressed and still request a penalty abatement. It's not going to happen. They're not going to approve you. So those are the three things that you need to qualify for the penalty abatement. And you have to have a reasonable cause. So a reasonable cause is basically the reasons that you're requesting for the penalties to be waived. Now, it can't have anything to do with you just not having enough money unless you're unemployed. Unemployment is a reasonable cause. Also, sickness, severe sickness is a reasonable cause of you or anyone in your immediate family that you care for. Also, death of you, believe it or not, when you die, you still can owe taxes, or death of anyone in your immediate family is a reason to apply for a penalty, for the penalty to be waived. And also any natural disaster like a hurricane, tornado, or fire that has affected your ability to file your taxes on time. Those are reasonable cause to possibly get approved. Now, as far as the type of penalties that you're applying to get approved for the abatement, it includes the late filing penalty, the late payment to fail, the penalty for failure to pay on time, and the failure to deposit certain taxes that are required. And there's other penalties as well, but those are the three major penalties that we're discussing how to get them removed. Okay, so now is the secret. Actually, it's not a secret, but it is. I mean, some people don't know it, but you're going to call the IRS. That's the first thing you do. You want to try verbally negotiating with them to get the penalties and interest removed. Now, the IRS number for individuals is 1-800-829-1040, or you can look it up. I think that Actually, yes, 1-800-829-1040. So you're going to call the IRS. You're going to call between the hours of 7 a.m. and 8:15 Eastern time. Now, they're open Monday through Friday, 7 a.m. to 7 p.m. But to be most successful, you need to call between 7 a.m. and 8:15. There's plenty of reasons. First of all, they're just starting out, so they're a little bit fresh, and your hold time will be less. You won't sit on hold for a long time. And a lot of times people sit on hold and then you may not realize it, but your voice may sound disgruntled. So that's why I say call between 7 a.m. and 8:15 a.m. because your chances of getting through quicker will be higher and you won't be as upset. And when you're speaking to the IRS agent, I would advise you to smile, because you can always hear when someone is smiling, like I'm doing right now, through the phone. So if you're pleasant and you call and you state what you're calling for penalties and interest to be waived, and you tell them the reasonable cause, which includes sickness, death, natural disaster, or unemployment. Get to the point, don't take too much time, and give them the information and be as pleasant and nice as possible. Now, you may or may not be successful on your first try. If you're not successful on your first try 2 more times. I tell people that you need to speak with the IRS or try at least 3 attempts before you give up. So try 2 more times, and hopefully one of those times you are successful and you get a different agent each time. So you never know who you're going to get. You never know what type of mood they're going to be in, and they do have the ability to waive the penalties on the phone. So good luck with that. I hope it works. If it doesn't work, the next thing you want to do is take the letter that you received, the notice, and you want to basically write out a letter to the IRS explaining the reasonable cause, why you could not file your taxes on time or pay. And then you also want to include the reason, and you want to mail it to them, and you want to include proof. That's what I was thinking about, guys. Yeah, you want to include proof. So if it has something to do with sickness or death of a family member, you can include the death certificate, or you can include your hospital records. Including proof in the letter increases your chances of getting approved. Now, once you write the letter and the IRS receives it, they are going to reply via mail. They're not going to call you, and they're going to tell you whether you're approved or denied. Now, if you're denied, I'm going to turn my notes over. If you're denied, basically at that point is where you may want to consider hiring a CPA like myself to assist you, or you can also go ahead and try to appeal the decision on your own, and hopefully you're successful. And if you're not at that point, the decision is final. So those are my tips on how a 1040 individual tax client who has received a notice regarding penalties and interest can possibly get them removed. I hope they help. Go ahead and like if you enjoyed this video, and subscribe if you want more content. And if you tried any of my suggestions and they were successful, leave a comment below and tell me. And even if they were not successful, leave a comment below and let me know, because I will respond and maybe I can figure out why you weren't successful. But I hope this helps. Thanks for watching. Bye.